All right, everybody. Hey, this is AJ Morris, and I am back with another WordPress block collection plugin review. This time we'll be looking at the Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg plugin. This is, while it is Gutenberg, it is the WordPress block editor. That's the code name for it as you're following along. So they just named it Gutenberg, I think, to help everybody kind of clarify it. It's one of those project names that I think is probably going to stick with us for the long term, even though we're really trying to get Gutenberg to be called the WordPress block editor. Whatever. All that to say, I'm excited to have you here. This is a double feature for today. Last video was covering Ghost Kit. Really excited, really like what they're doing there, but excited to dive into Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg. I'm gonna stop us right here. Make sure that you head over to YouTube, click the subscribe and like, love and appreciate all of that. And if you're not over there, or if you are over there, make sure you hit that subscribe, because you're going to get updated every time we post a new video to our YouTube channel. That'd be greatly appreciated from all of us here at iThemes. All right, so back at it here. Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg is a plugin that is very well known in the Beaver Builder and Elementor page builder spaces. They also have a theme called Astra, which works though in those page builder communities. But they're taking some of what they built in that Ultimate Add-ons for Beaver Builder or Elementor and applying it to Gutenberg. So I'm very familiar with the feature set that Ultimate Add-ons has, because I use it with Beaver Builder sites as I'm working with those. So we'll be taking a look at it here from the Gutenberg angle. Once you get it installed, you'll get this screen right here. Pretty simple, straightforward. It's just kind of welcoming you and talking about their ever-growing library of blocks. There's a free theme if you want it. It's called Astra. You can go and grab that. I am not using that for this video or this review. I'm using the 2020 theme, a little bit modified from the default install. You can watch a previous video. I think it was the first video of the Gutenberg series, and kind of catch up there. You've got some CSS file generation that can happen. So instead of doing inline, you can talk about enable file generation and going through and reading that article to learn more about what this is going to do. If you need to access their knowledge base or get support, you've got those two boxes right here. What I started to kind of scroll into is the blocks that comes with the Ultimate Add-ons plugin. You can see you've got anything from advanced heading and columns all the way down to team and testimonial, even a table of contents block that I talked about in the Ghost Kit review. Pretty great set of blocks. I think of these as modules from the Beaver Builder world that I live and breathe most of the time. So that is something to just kind of to think about. You can deactivate or reactivate any of these that you want, and you can also look at what reusable blocks you may have by clicking that reusable blocks button. All right, so that's kind of a high level of the Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg page. Let's go ahead and create a page and start applying and using some of these blocks. So again, I'm using the Gutenberg plugin, and you'll notice the welcome kind of walkthrough tour and the full screen. This is available in WordPress 5.4, which should be out any day, so we should all be getting used to that. The UI changes are Gutenberg, a newer version of Gutenberg than what's in WordPress currently, or even with the 5.4. So Just understand that there might be a little bit of changes to the UI here, but for the most part you should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and add a block, and the block I'm going to go down to is Ultimate Add-on blocks. You'll see all of those here. I love that there's a post grid, especially for adding to a page. So let's just click that. You're going to see here what that looks like. We can center align those, and even get into the post grid itself. Looks like I can center all of that. This post grid will show up as many posts as you want. Looks like it's going to do 6. You could do 1, or let's say even 3. So that's a pretty cool block to have, that post grid. You've got some imaging options here. You could show or hide featured image. You could set the image size here. These are all the image sizes that gets registered with WordPress. You could choose to maybe not show certain parts of the content on this page, so maybe you want to keep it simple. You have that option here. You've got read more as a button or not. You could open those in new tabs. You could change to say learn more, or even continue reading for your button. So whatever type of typography you want there. It does look like you can modify the typography, so you can change the font size, make it really large, really small. For example, 18 is a good one. You also have the different dimensions or different screen sizes. So you're on your desktop. You could go to your mobile, or you could go you could go to the mobile. You could go to tablet, or you could go to desktop. So you have several options there to choose from. You could change the font family, so you could go down to something as simple as Arial, or you could even go to Times New Roman. Set your font height, font weight or line height right here. You've got all those options for that read more. You do have some button padding, so you could really give it kind of what you're looking for. You've got some options in changing the button color. You can set your own custom color, so if you didn't like the blue that I just chose, you want to go to something like purple, you could do that as well. You could even set a border color, and then set border properties up here on button border. All right, so you've got other typography settings, such as, do you want Hello World to show up as an H2, an H1? Do you want it to be a span, right? So you can kind of pick your title options. Your meta you can do as well. You can set some other colors like the blog background. And you could do black with the blue. You can set up some spacing options, what your row gap is, content padding even on mobile. So you've got a lot of options in here for a block. It's one thing that Ultimate Add-ons does really well is they provide you with a ton of options to really customize that specific module or block. And so these options for the most part are the same as what you'll find in Beaver Builder or Elementor if you're using the Ultimate Add-ons plugin for those page builders. You'll see that same kind of concept in the blocks. So let's try to actually build out a page. I'm going to get rid of this post grid and work on building a page. One thing I will tell you that you don't typically see, let's find a grid before I talk about it. So I think I don't see a grid, but I see advanced columns. Okay. I thought they had a grid. They have a post grid. Let's see if I can find another. I'm not able to find another. So let me back up. I think they call it sections. So what I'm looking for is, there we go, let's add a section. And yeah, so the ultimate add-on for Gutenberg does not have any templates or anything like that. That's kind of a bummer. We were getting used to being able to do those and use those all the time. Not having that as an option really limits, kind of where I would go with using this. I will say that I do like this kind of like content timeline type of piece. You can, I would assume, yep, you can add the number of items. So I got up to 13 items here. You can set the date on them. Maybe. Interesting. See the connector. So here's where to set those date settings. You'd go to date settings, display those post dates, and then you would go there. I'm going to go ahead and click publish on this just to show you what this looks like. So you'll see the green line starts, and as you scroll, it continues going through. So I really like this type of a feel. This type of a block is something I really like, and I can see myself using this or including it for some clients. What I don't like about this plugin or this collection of blocks is that with the Beaver Builder version of Ultimate Add-ons, let me go ahead and open that up to show you what that page looks like. So when you get here, you are able to let's see, go to modules. Let's just go to table of contents, for example. You're able to see, here's what that table of contents looks like. You've got some color options. You've got, it's drag and drop, it's add headings, it's customizing the table, enabling scrolls, all sorts of things. But when you're adding some of these modules, you get a you get a pretty good view of what it's going to look like fully designed and all of that. You can see that all through here, and they've got tons of options for Beaver Builder and Elementor. What they don't have, though, is a lot of options when it comes to like pre-built, like templates or that type of thing. Like, I don't see any of those options in here to do that. If I add a section, and now I'm on this section, I don't see an option in here. I don't see an option up here. This is block patterns, which is something new that's coming in for something new that's in Gutenberg itself. That's not a specific thing to Ultimate Add-ons. So Ultimate Add-ons, when you're talking about Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg, is not what I would call end user friendly. It's much more friendly for someone that's going to be building a site for a client. I did want to show you some of these demos though of what you can create with the block library or block collection. You've got here's some multi buttons. So you've got the option to go in and create some buttons. You've got this whole capability. This would be like a section with 2 columns, a menu, a header, some paragraph text, 2 buttons, an image over here. You could have images or buttons right next to each other. If you want to see some other demos, here's what that table of contents looks like. So I can easily scroll into that exact section. Very similar to the way that GhostKit works, right? You've got all of that. They do have these starter templates, and I will say that what is interesting and nice about this is that they do have starter templates. So if you're wanting to build a starter place to really build out your site, you can use the free Astra theme, Gutenberg, and Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg, and then they have a starter templates plugin. Once you get all of those 4 things, plugins and theme installed, you can build some of these out. So this life coach one, for example, I think was one of the first ones I came across with Astra and Gutenberg, and was able to see kind of how it was designed. I like the option of a row, the way that that's built, and really just seeing how they used Gutenberg to create a site really helped kind of drive my fuel for finding out and finding my own way in using Gutenberg. So I really appreciate that. Definitely think that there's a few options that you've got when you're talking about free with Gutenberg, a lot in the small business space. So whether you're a plumber, a motivational speaker, a fashion lifestyle blog coach person, or you do pet care, there's pretty much a template close to the industry that you're in that you can use the Gutenberg block collection plugin or even the new WordPress block editor to create some of these, even a technician and a entrepreneur template. So definitely take a look at their ready-made templates. These are all free. All it requires is that you download that free Astra theme and the pre-built plugin, pre-built sites plugin. Popping those 2 into your WordPress install is going to give you a little bit of a head in using Gutenberg and building a site with it. So that's all I really wanted to show you with Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg. Not the in-depth tutorial the in-depth review that I've been giving, mainly because you have to be a designer, or at least really want to go into creating a page from scratch, and that's not something that I necessarily wanted to do in this video. Just keep it short and sweet and be able to show you some of the things that it can do. So if you like this video, click the like button. If you like what we're doing here with these reviews of Gutenberg block collection plugins, make sure you hit subscribe, get notified of when these come out. Averaging about once every week on Mondays. This week I'm giving you the double feature here for missing last week. So I hope you enjoyed both GhostKit and Ultimate Add-ons. Love to hear how you're using these in projects too. If you're using, if you watched one of these videos, took my advice, started going into a project with one of these for a client or for yourself, really love to hear what it is that you like, don't like, what your experience has been using the new WordPress block editor and some of these block collection plugins. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the week. For those of you working from home, I hope you kind of get up and are able to move around and you know, get some active instead of just sitting in your chair all day. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon.